A new program in an Illinois high school has some people wondering how much sex education really is too much sex education. In Deerfield Park, Illinois, a panel of students from a club called the Straight and Gay Alliance will share their personal experiences with ninth graders. The program aims to build tolerance of all people, but critics say, look, homosexuality is better addressed by parents and trained professionals and not by other students. Joining me to discuss it is Jason Cianciotto, Director of the Research for the National Gay and Lesbian Task Force, and Peter LaBarbara, President of Americans for Truth. Gentlemen, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Jason, sex education obviously it can be controversial in a whole lot of schools. In this case, is it necessary to spend some time on a topic that leaves a lot of families feeling uncomfortable?
Well, I don't think a lot of families are feeling uncomfortable, and there are really two important points here. The first is that these students are simply standing up in response to the harassment and violence that is epidemic in America's public schools. One study found of over 1,700 middle and high school students that over 60% have been verbally harassed because of their sexual orientation, and nearly 20% have been physically assaulted. 20%. The second point is that organizations like Mr. LaBarbara's only contribute to this harassment and violence by pitting students against each other. And not only is that a tragedy, it's also gravely immoral.
Jason,
look, here's
the thing. Can I respond to that, Contessa?
Go ahead.
Well, it's just a terrible thing to say that we're contributing to the violence and harassment of students. What's at issue here, Contessa, is that parents cannot get access to even knowing what's being taught to these ninth grade students. They've tried to get their curriculum. They won't let them have the curriculum. And we just learned yesterday that the school required that the kids who were at this freshman advisory curriculum were forced to sign It was forced to sign confidentiality agreements so they couldn't talk about it.
Well, is there curriculum, though? Because my understanding was that these were a student panel that's going in and talking about their experiences. I don't know.
Well, parents are just trying to find out what's going on, and the school is blocking the parents from knowing. Look, this is a very controversial issue. At the very least, there should be a 50-50 balance. There should be objectivity here. You can't allow just the homosexual side, the pro-homosexual side, to be presented to these kids.
I need to respond to that because I don't understand what Mr. LaBarbara is talking about in terms of a 50-50 balance. I think that we have a responsibility to teach science and fact in America's public schools. And the fact is that homosexuality is not an illness. We're talking about young kids who are at the stage where they're coming out, and they deserve to be able to go to a school in a place that is at the very least safe.
Jason, don't parents then deserve to know what their ninth grade students are hearing, no matter what the topic is?
I absolutely agree, and my understanding from the article in the Chicago Tribune was that parents are informed ahead and can opt out of having their children participate, and I think that that absolutely should happen.
Is that enough? Let me ask you, Peter, is it enough if the parents can say, look, I don't want my child hearing it, they can opt out of the program, then what's the problem?
I think, first of all, it should be an opt-in, but here's the problem. Parents have been trying to find out through the school what this is exactly about. Last year, they passed out a heterosexuality questionnaire, and they talked about words like transphobia and genderqueer. And the fact is, Jason is right. Kids are declaring their homosexuality at younger and younger ages precisely because of this pro-gay activism, and parents are worried. These are impressionable young children who should not be declaring themselves homosexual before they're even fully developed. So we have
no one's sprinkling dust on these young kids to make them gay.
Parents are being kept in the dark.
It's the tip of the iceberg here. I know that we could let this conversation go on for another hour at least, but I've run out of time. Peter, Jason, thank you both. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.